Ladies and gentlemen, while the entire world is focused on the Amazon rainforest fire, there are blazes over in Africa that are larger than the Amazon rainforest fire, but it's being completely ignored by the media. So this came out in RT News, August 24th, 2019. Wildfires scorch Africa, but the world's media stay focused on Brazil's blazes. So, as you know, they call the Amazon rainforest the world's lungs. And it is burning. There's protests breaking out at embassies, Brazilian embassies all over the world, where people are demanding that they do something. Now, the United States, just like a day ago, said they were going to see what they could do to help Brazil put the fire out. Ladies and gentlemen, they should have been there. Okay? They should have been there. But we know how things work in this society. So we know the fires are tearing through the Amazon right now, and it's getting worldwide attention. Now, it is unbelievable. Now, the satellite up in space is actually picking up both fires in Africa and in the Amazon. And on satellite, they said they were able to spot all of these fires. And just last week alone, they had 9,000 fires. 9,000 fires. That's crazy. So, Brazil's National Institute for Space Research reported an 83% increase in wildfires on last year, with more than 72,000 fires spotted. 9,000 last week alone. That is crazy. That's crazy. So protests have broken out across the world over, especially the Brazilian president's reaction to this whole thing. It wasn't until people started screaming and protesting, he's now getting off his behind to try to do something. He's one of those people, ladies and gentlemen. Jair Bolsonaro, he's one of those people that believe that climate change is a hoax. And he has been pro-logging in the Amazon. You know, he's all about making money, profit at all costs, one of those kind of people. So it took protesting before he really jumped into action. Yeah, and and a lot of the protests are about this president in Brazil stepping down, because they feel he has not done enough. So, as protesters in London chanted, "Hey, hey, ho, ho, Bolsonaro got to go," two even bigger blazes burned unnoticed in Africa. Over Thursday and Friday, more fires are recorded in Angola and the Democratic Republic of Congo than in Brazil. So the fires are not, they're bigger than the one in Brazil. But, the media is like that. You got to understand, the media is going to go where they deem is less black and report on that fire. So Bloomberg reported, citing NASA satellite data, in those 2 days alone, 6,902 fires were recorded in Angola and 3,395 in the Democratic Republic of Congo. In Brazil, 2,127 were spotted in Brazil in the same time period. But Brazil is getting all the shine and Africa is being ignored. All right, so you can see, here's a picture. You can see Brazil on one side, and then you can see the red where you see the blazes in Africa. However, nobody marched in London chanting, well, I'm not going to pronounce that president, but the president of Africa got to go. Nor did Extinction Rebellion, a well organized group of activists that brought London's traffic to a standstill in April, take the tube one stop west from the Brazilian embassy to picket the Angolan consulate. Blanket media coverage has been successful in forcing the burning of the Amazon into the public consciousness. Protest campaigns have been guided by pleas from social media influencer, while French President Emmanuel Macron declared our house is burning and promised to put the Brazilian blazes at the top of the agenda as he hosts this weekend's G7 summit in Biarritz. Okay. While wildfires in Central Africa are a common occurrence this time of the year, Bolsonaro insists that the Amazonian inferno is part of the natural rhythm of life in the rainforest. I used to be called Captain Chainsaw. Now I am Nero, setting the Amazon aflame. But it is the season of Comida, he told reporters, referring to the long-established practice of burning away overgrown farmland before replanting. So it's really all about money. He will sacrifice the Amazon for the sake of making money. NASA reported earlier this week that the number and severity of fires were average for the last 15 years. Forest fires exist in the whole world. Yeah, we know they exist in the whole world. You know, that's not news to anybody. All right, let me just go down a bit. In Africa, it is more difficult to know what's happening, as next to no news reports on fires in Angola and the Democratic Republic of Congo have surfaced in the West. No hashtag campaigns or mass demonstrations have broke out, and the issue has not been placed on the G7 leaders' agenda, and it won't be. It won't be. It won't be, y'all. It won't be. Not unless their natural resources they glorify over there is being burnt, then they're going to ignore Africa. You know how it is. If the natural resources that they rape out of the country is being harmed, then they'll make a beeline over there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am not surprised. You know, this is why you cannot, just rely on mainstream media for your news. You must come online to really get your news. Mainstream media, the only thing mainstream media needs to do is die. That's all it needs. It just needs to fade away and permanently just die off and never come back. That's the only thing mainstream news need to do. In my opinion, over the last decade, it's not even necessary to have mainstream news because everything can be accessed online at this point. You know, I think they keep it for the sake of a lot of the elderly people that are not using the internet, but they need to watch some kind of news, so they leave it up for them. You know, when you even look at the ratings they get in mainstream news, the ratings are a lot bigger and greater online than it will ever be in mainstream news. So the only thing they need to do is go away. But please tell me what you think about these fires, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.